Hi everyone, hope you're well, keep you safe, watching plenty of good movies. I want to say a big thank you to Dimitri, to Graham, and to Eric for joining us last week on Talking Movies. It was a brilliant 5-hour discussion on horror cinema. Loved it very much. This week, we're going to be joined by Peter, aka nazarinprod, for our discussion on our top 10 thrillers / serial killers picked by you, our lovely audience. So feel free to join us 8 PM GMT this very Friday. Everything's in the info box. Join us. And let's get to the video.
thatmovieguyUK.
As lockdown has continued, I've obviously been able to watch a lot more films than I planned on, and clearing the back catalogue that has kind of haunted me for many years. I'm getting there. I'm very happy. Decreased by about tenfold. If you want to check out what I watched, lockdown list is below on my Letterboxd. 186 films, 185, something like that. Having a good time. Obviously, also, I've been able to buy more Blu-rays, which I really shouldn't do, but I have them, and it's fine. I've accepted it now. And I just want to show what I picked up, so let's get into it. The first one I'm going to show you is one of my favourite cinema experiences that I had in 2020 before lockdown, and that is Underwater. This, for some reason, is not out on Blu-ray in the UK. It's on stream, but you can't buy a physical copy. I love the whole concept of the abyss, darkness, and how it kind of tweaks with your mind, and this is just good popcorn fun, but underneath it all, I find it a very good atmospheric type of horror, especially with Kristen Stewart in the main role. I utterly love this. It's one of my favourite films of 2020, I will be bluntly honest with you. Worth a pickup. You can get it from most of the countries now, Germany, France, America. If you've not seen Underwater yet, watch it, lights off, it's a real good time. If you've been following the channel for a while, you may know that I cover Francois Ozon films quite regularly when new titles come out from him. Very much looking forward to Et 85 when it comes out later on in the year, but one film I'd not seen was Swimming Pool. This is a very interesting mystery type of thriller, but it's also an interesting pressure cooker discussion about how older generation deal with younger generation. And throughout this whole film, you are always intrigued to know what's happening next. And there's a very nice build-up to it. Very good Ozon film. I'm still continuing my Ozon journey, but Swimming Pool is a very good one to go into. After reviewing The Woman Who Ran, I had a big kick to carry on my Hong Sang-soo journey, but also I kind of figured out that I don't have many of his films in my collection, like physical films, and I particularly do love the Sang-soo films with Kim Min-hee, and Claire's Camera is one of those films that I absolutely love. It's a 70-minute film. It's very simple, linear. I truly do love this combination of Kim Min-hee and Isabelle Huppert. It is a brilliant duo, and it's also set in one of my favourite towns, and that is Cannes. It's a very wonderful, lovely film. I would recommend it to anybody. It's a very good entry point into Hong Sang-soo if you ever want to go into his work, so check it out. Director that has really sunk his teeth into me recently is Abel Ferrara. He has been one of my favourite finds of this lockdown. I've watched, I think, 10 of his films by now. Particular favourite ones have been New Rose Hotel, 444, Last Day on Earth, and this one, The Addiction. This is an Arrow release, very cool mid-90s vampire film set in New York. It is very, it's a very non-linear type of film where symbolism is very key, and you really understand the artistry and the mindset of Abel Ferrara through this film. The Addiction is a top-rank vampire film for the 90s, I must say, and it's worth checking out. I know you can watch it on YouTube at the moment, and if you've never seen an Abel Ferrara film, please rectify it, because he's a brilliant filmmaker. I absolutely love his work at the moment. As mentioned many times on this channel, Nagisa Oshima has been another of my favourite directors during lockdown. I think I'm on about 8 or 9 of his films that I hadn't seen previously. I think I've seen about 12 of his films now, and one I think that has definitely great resonance is Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. This is the new Arrow Academy release. Brilliant performances from Takeshi Kitano, from David Bowie himself. This is a interesting look into toxic masculinity. It is an interesting film to look at how we treat our fellow man. This is the thing about Oshima. I said this on Twitter the other day, but he does not get the praise that he deserves. He was making films during the times of Ozu Kurosawa two directors that obviously within their own rank are to the masters of East Asian cinema. But for me, Oshima was a rebel, and I love his style of filmmaking. Everything is so, I'm not going to say it's controversial, but he really tackles topics that weren't really tackled by Kurosawa and Ozu, and I think that's why I connect a lot more with Oshima than I do with the others. And obviously, the king, David Bowie, isn't it? So it's a very good start point to Oshima's work, and I absolutely love this film. Absolutely adore it. This is a brilliant transfer. Fantastic. Tsukamoto has been a director that I have been highly recommended to watch for a while now, and I watched my first one recently, and that was Tetsuo. Tetsuo is the Eraserhead of Japan. It's the best way I can describe it. And I really am looking forward to going through more of his work. Any recommendations, leave them in the comment section. I really want to get into more Tsukamoto films. I'm very intrigued to see what else he's made, so that's another pickup. As I mentioned, trying to complete filmographies, David Cronenberg has been a massive influence on my watch life forever. But I'm trying to finish like all of his main feature films, and one of my favorites personally is Maps to the Stars. I saw this in 2014 when it came out, and I never owned it on Blu-ray, but I don't know why it's so difficult to find a cheap copy of it. I got this for £1 on eBay, so I was very happy with it, but it came with a slipcover. Also very happy. Very good performances from Pattinson, Wachowski, Julianne Moore. Love this film. Very good Cronenberg. Very different type of Cronenberg, but a Cronenberg that you can sink your teeth into. And it's not the only Cronenberg that I picked up recently. I've had many discussions about Texas Chainsaw Massacre over the last couple of weeks with various friends. And in 2003, obviously, the remake came out. This is when I was a lot younger and I was really getting into horror. But the 2003 version, I've never owned on Blu-ray, and I don't know why. I love rewatching this film. It's very difficult to get on any like streaming platforms in the UK. It's very difficult to get the Blu-ray new even. I got this from CX for like £3, I think. Love the ending to this. It really got me into Texas Chainsaw a lot more than I ever imagined. But yeah, I'm watching this tonight because I've had a hankering, because I watched, was it Texas Chainsaw Massacre New Generation for the first time recently, and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking bonkers. But I think this one is tasty, very tasty indeed. So, last but not least on this pickup video, I had a massive regret in my life a couple of years ago when I sold a specific out-of-print Arrow box set because I needed the money. And over the years, I've been trying to find it for a reasonable price. This particular box set goes for maybe £200-300 online, which is crazy. So I'm talking about the Digitorum box set. I will never ever understand my mindset when I sold this, but I needed the cash at the time. But I will never ever sell this one ever again. I'm so glad it is in such good condition. I got it for about 50 quid, I think, if I remember correctly, about £50. So never ever again I will sell this. I will cherish it for the rest of my life. One of my favourite Arrow box sets that they've ever released. So good. Long live the new Flash. So those are my pickups. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. What have you been watching? What have you picked up yourself? Always intrigued to know any recommendations for new films. Hello new subscribers. Hello old subscribers. Thank you very much for coming back, or thank you for coming for the very first time. Always welcome here. Follow me on any channel you wish. My next video is going to be the Bruno Dumont film, Joan of Arc. I've been very much looking forward to covering this for a while. We'll delve more into that on Friday. And obviously, I will see you on Talking Movies also that very evening. And as we normally say on this channel, Dio, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shuns. And obviously, never change.